Okay, let's do 3.1. Has Clytemnestra been crying on the balcony? Well, I wouldn't be surprised considering what her butt-faced husband did. But main idea line. What is my action? That is a really crooked main idea line. That's going to annoy me. I know, I'm being too picky. Okay, main idea line. What's my action? Crying. Do I have anything that affects where it takes place on the timeline? Been crying. It doesn't really sound like an entire verb. Well, think about it in English. If you are asking a question, where does one of your helping verbs generally land? And because that's the first word in the sentence, I capitalize it. So, who has been doing that? Well, Clytemnestra. So now we have on. What does on describe? Nothing! Relationship word. So now I'm looking for the noun that finishes the prepositional phrase, and that would be balcony. So I need to decide on the balcony, what does that entire phrase describe? Does it describe Clytemnestra? She's on the balcony, Clytemnestra. Or does it describe where she's been crying? Well, clearly where she's been crying. So I put in my angle bracket, relationship word. Noun. Were any words describing that noun? Her beautiful daughter died on her father's ship. Okay, let me diagram this. Main idea line. Why is that red? Probably because I picked up the wrong pen on the computer. Okay, her beautiful daughter died on her father's ship. Action, died. Well, that's kind of unfair. He stabbed her, so she didn't just die. Do I have any words that change me on the timeline? No. So that's my verb. Who died? Subject, daughter. Okay. Now let's start placing some of these relationship words. Her is describing daughter. First word in the sentence, capitalize it. Beautiful. It's describing daughter. On. On describes nothing. It's a relationship word. Are you tired of me saying that yet? So I'm looking for a noun. Her, not a noun. Fathers. Well, if we had father, father is a noun, but fathers is just describing something. If I say my father's car broke down, I'm not saying anything about my dad. I'm talking about the car. So fathers is not a noun. Ship. Ship is a noun. So that's where my prepositional phrase ends. Now, on her father's ship, does that describe the daughter or does it describe where she died? It describes where she died. So that's where my angle bracket is going to go. On. Ship. Okay. Her. Well, let's place fathers. Fathers is describing whose ship it is. Now, on the key, it has her as describing ship, which I think is wrong because her is describing whose father it is, not whose ship. It's not her ship. So I would put her under fathers and then attach it. So that is how I should do it. But honestly, if you put it here, I'm not going to have a heart attack, so knock yourself out. However, if it asks you on the test, what is the noun that goes with ship, or I'm sorry, what is the preposition that goes with ship, you better say on. If it asks you, what does fathers dangle under, you better say ship. If it asks you what the subject is, that would be daughter. Do not tell me her and beautiful. If it asks for a noun or a subject, it wants the subject. Just daughter. She was cruelly betrayed by her desperate father. What's the action? Betrayed. Do I have anything that puts me in the timeline? Like will be betrayed would put it in the future. I'd put will be. Nothing that puts it in the future, but I do have a word that puts it in the past. Was betrayed. What is the subject? She, first word, capitalize it. She was cruelly. Okay, where's cruelly? Well, it's describing betrayed. Because it's not a cruelly she, it's a cruel betrayal. She was cruelly betrayed by, relationship word. Looking for a noun. Her, nope. Desperate, nope. Father, yep. That is the end of the prepositional phrase. So by her desperate father. So preposition, angle bracket, relationship word, by, noun, father. Any words that describe the noun? Well, desperate, we know describes her father, Agamemnon, who is totally going to pay for this piece of butt-facery. Her, is it her father or is it her desperate? Well, it's her father. Okay, one more. The powerful Artemis intervenes at the last second. Well, that's true in some of the myths. In some of the myths, she whisks Iphigenia off to be a priestess at one of her temples. In some of the myths, Iphigenia just dies. Okay, Artemis, the powerful Artemis intervenes at the last second. What's the action? Intervenes. Do I have anything that changes me in the timeline, puts it in the past, puts it in the future, or changes the probability? Nope, so that's my whole verb. What is the subject? Well, who's doing the intervening? Artemis. Now I can start placing my danglies. The, well, it's the Artemis. Powerful. Well, that's describing Artemis. At. Ding, ding. Relationship word. That describes nothing. We need to find the whole phrase. So we're looking for the noun that finishes the prepositional phrase. The. Nope. Last. Nope. Second. Yep. That's a noun. So, at the last second, does that describe Artemis? She's an at the last second Artemis. Or does that describe the intervention? Well, clearly it describes the intervention, so that's where my angle bracket goes. Relationship word, noun, and then I can put in any words that describe that noun. The and last. Okay. That is the end of 3.1. If you are still struggling, I will see you in the much longer. Actually, no, it isn't much longer, but I will see you in 3.2.